Of these, only the primary barrel is used when the vehicle is traveling at low or medium speeds. Both the primary and secondary barrels are utilized. Let's look at these in order. The primary low-speed circuit supplies the air-fuel mixture when the vehicle is idling or traveling at low speeds. Here we will use a model to demonstrate. As you can see, the throttle valve opening is very small when the vehicle is idling or traveling at low speed. The amount of air allowed in by the venturi is small, insufficient to draw much fuel. Now let's place another port below the venturi and see what happens. Because the vacuum below the venturi is greater, more fuel is drawn into the barrel. This is the primary low-speed circuit. The actual flow of the fuel is as follows. It leaves the float chamber and passes through the main jet, then through the slow jet, which controls its volume. It then goes to the primary air leader, where it is mixed with air, and then to the economizer jet, where the volume is further controlled. Then the air from the primary air bleeder is mixed well with the fuel and delivered from the idle port. The idle port is supplied with an idle mixture adjusting screw to allow the idle air-fuel ratio to be adjusted. The mixture can be made richer while the engine is idling. When the throttle valve is opened slightly from the idle position, there will be an increase in airflow. However, the fuel supplied by the idle port alone would result in a lean mixture. To prevent this, there is another port called the slow port. The effective surface area of the slow port increases as the throttle valve opens. This prevents the mixture from becoming too lean until fuel can be delivered from the main nozzle. The fuel supply and slow port stops when the throttle valve opens to draw out fuel from the main nozzle. In the primary low-speed circuit, there is a fuel cutoff solenoid. When the ignition switch is off, the root is closed and the fuel supply is interrupted. In some engines, a fuel cutoff solenoid also activates when the engine is running at slow speeds.